One of the things that entry-level and newer employees say they care most about is opportunities to learn and grow, which makes sense, of course. This is one of their first jobs, but it's not always easy to find ways to be able to help them do that. And we don't always have budget to be able to send them off to trainings and workshops and all the rest. So today, I want to introduce you to a simple concept called a learning mission that you can also use with your kids. And that's the example I'm going to share today. And it's a perfect way to help your employees to learn and grow and develop the skills that they care about most. Hi, I'm Chris Littlefield. I'm the founder of a company called Beyond Thank You, and I've spent the better part of 15 years helping senior managers, and even entry-level employees have the conversations that matter most at work so they can build the cultures that support them to do great work. And one of the skills that I help people develop is how to create learning environments. Let's jump in. So in order to explain the concept of a learning mission, I want to share a cute example of one that I sent my 8-year-old daughter on just last weekend. Then I want to share a couple examples of some learning missions that I've used with past employees successfully and how you can create learning missions for your employees. Last weekend, my wife was traveling for work and I was solo parenting. And my daughter and I woke up on Sunday morning with the day wide open and no plans. And I looked and I noticed that there was a street festival in Tacoma Park, which is like a 15, maybe 20-minute drive away. And we could have easily driven over there, but I thought, hey, this is a perfect opportunity for a learning mission. So I came into my computer while my daughter was eating breakfast and I found something on Canva that said mission at the top because she's 8 years old and I had to make this kind of fun and put it into an envelope. And I said, okay, you have a mission to be able to get from the metro station near our house to the Tacoma Park Street Festival. Now, here are the rules. You have $20. You need to get a Metro card. You need to find out which train to get on and how to get to Tacoma Park. And then from the station, you need to get to the street festival. Now, here are the rules. You cannot ask me any questions, even though I was there, of course. I didn't allow my 8-year-old to go on the Metro by herself. You can't ask me any questions. You can't use my phone, but I will be there. You can ask other people questions if you need to. So we parked the car close to the station and she found her way over to the station. She came in and she saw the giant ticket machines and she had the $20 I'd given her. And so she stared at the machine and she looked over at me and I just went like this. And in about 15 minutes, she read all the things on the machine. She looked out at work. She figured out how to get herself a Metro Pass, put the money into the machine, get the card she needed, and voila, there she has a Metro card. She goes through the turnstile. She goes down into the station, and she goes, "We go this way," and didn't say anything, even though she was going in the wrong direction. And she looked up at a sign, and right as a train came, we were about to get on, and she was confident, "We go this way." And then she realized, this isn't the right way. And she got out, we went over to the other platform, she confirmed there. We waited for maybe 1 or 2 trains to go by, and then she goes, "This is the one." We got on the train, we got to Tacoma Park, we got off, we walked up to the street festival, and she had fulfilled her mission. And then on the way back, she got us back. And then afterwards, we spent the train ride back debriefing. What did she learn? What worked? What didn't work? What were the challenges with the machine? What did she learn about reading a Metro map and how to be able to do that? And in 15 minutes of preparation, not even 15 minutes, I created a learning mission. She went on the mission. And at the end of it, she goes, "Papa, this was the best day ever." Mission complete. So are you going to create a mission like this for one of your employees? No, you're not going to send them on the Metro because it's a skill they've already developed. But many times our employees want to develop a skill. Maybe it's public speaking. Maybe it's presenting. Maybe it's facilitating. Maybe it is organizing events or figuring out and mapping out processes or proposing marketing ideas. And they're entry-level employees, so they're not going to be necessarily using that on the day-to-day basis. So you can create a learning mission for them where they get to try on and tackle that skill. So the first thing you want to ask are, what are some of the skills that you want to develop that are going to help you in your career? And I had a person who was interning with me once. Her name was Devaney. And she says, "I want to work in facilitation." And we had connected because my background is doing cross-border dialogue programs between Israelis and Palestinians and all the rest. And she'd heard about my work and she reached out to be able to do a job shadow with me. And I said, sure. And so as she was job shadowing with me, she was just helping with kind of organization and workshop follow-up and all the rest. And I said, well, how are we going to develop this skill for you? And she goes, well, I really want to get better at facilitation. And I said, great, I'm going to give you a learning mission. In the next 2 weeks, and she was still in college at the time, you need to organize and facilitate a discussion between up to 6 of your classmates. I want you to organize something, bring a group of people together, invite them. It can be in a dorm room, in a lobby, or wherever. Invite people there, set up the conversation, and then I want you to facilitate a discussion between these people about a difficult subject of your choosing. Did she want to do it? Not really. Was she excited to do it? Yes. And she learned how to organize a meeting, invite people there, set a context. She planned, she facilitated the workshop, and then we debriefed it afterwards. The time it took me to set that up, about 5 minutes to think of the idea, to share the idea, and then sent her on the way to be able to do it. Now, here's the cool thing. Devaney ended up working with me for probably another year, then graduated. And then, as a graduation present, a gift I gave to her for maybe $200 is I paid for her to get certified as a mediator. That was a small investment, but now she's certified as a mediator. And the even cooler part is, through an introduction that we made, she ended up now working for Seeds of Peace, doing facilitation in cross-border dialogue programs. So what are some learning missions that you could create? Well, it's going to be specific to your employees and your organization, but here's some that I like. Go out and interview 5 people from 5 different departments in the organization, set up the meetings, come up with questions, and interview them about what it's like to do their job and to better understand those areas of the business. It also helps them network and meet other people. And by the way, it can be people outside your business as well. Another one is I'd like you to organize and facilitate our next team meeting, and I want it to be around X subject. I want you to prepare and do a presentation on this subject in our next team meeting. I want you to design and lead a training on a specific task or thing that you're an expert on in one of our future meetings to be able to help develop your presentation and organizational skills. I want you to be able to organize our staff appreciation event or our team retreat that's going to be happening on such and such date. So create missions that give them the opportunities to be able to expand their skills, to be able to develop who they are, to be able to use critical thinking, to be able to navigate around something. And if you do that, they'll start getting the development opportunities that will have them stick around and feel like this is a place where I learn, and here is a manager, a boss, or a coworker who really cares about my development. I'm Chris Littlefield from Beyond Thank You, and if you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe and share with at least one other person who you know it'll make a difference for, and together, let's build cultures where people feel valued every day. And if you want to check out my trainings, go to beyondthankyou.com.